Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the McGonagall Boxing Podcast. So just want to quickly touch upon, obviously it's been announced this week, we've got Warrington, we've got Kiko Martinez in the rematch for the IBF title coming up in March in Leeds. And I don't know what to think really. I'm a big Josh Warrington fan, but this is disappointing. I mean, Lord knows what Mauricio Lara's thinking. The man that, let's be honest, sparked Warrington out, and I think would have gone on, was starting to get the better of Warrington in that rematch. I think, don't get me wrong, Warrington was better early on. You could see he was more determined, but I just think Mauricio Lara's all wrong for Warrington. He's got the same work rate. He punches harder. He's got an iron chin. And I think you'd have got to Warrington again. I think the same result would have happened in another knockout. So, for me, it's a really difficult one because, you know, they need to make that trilogy fight. That was not decided. That was not okay with me. That you know, Warrington earns a draw, technical decision draw, because of a horrendous cut to Mauricio Lara in round 4, and he moves on. I don't get it. And let's be honest, I mean, he fought Martinez, 5 years ago now, and you know, won a majority decision, competitive fight. But Martinez was let's get it right, was getting battered left, right, and centre by Kid Galahad until he found a punch from the gods, so to speak. But you know, he's very much 37 now. He's very much on the slide, and you know, he's there right for the taking. It's a crazy fight. It's a crazy situation. But all I will say is what I've said previously. You can only beat who's in front of you. Obviously, it's almost like Warrington's landed a gold mine here. But isn't it ironic how, you know, Warrington vacates the IBF thinking it's too good, there's no fights around, there's not money fights, he wants the big fights, and now he is desperately clanging for the IBF title shot that, you know, he vacated a year ago. Funny old business. But like I said, I expect him to beat Martinez. I think he's got to be careful. I think he will be careful. I don't think he'll be gung-ho anymore. I think the Mauricio Lara fight has shown that he can't. Well, I think he beats Martinez again. Probably points win again on maybe late stoppage, but Martinez is tough as old boots. Yeah, I'm not sure that Warrington can put him away. Especially I see Warrington being a little bit more cautious as well. But if it does, I think it'll be a late stoppage. But I can't see Warrington slipping up on this one. Just surprising. Kid Galahad, of course, had first opportunity to rematch. Martinez has turned that down. So you have to wonder how badly, you know, Galahad was making the weight, because that's a big fight that he's turned down there to redeem himself, redeem his name. And clearly he's moving up to super feather, which I find a strange move, because Kid Galahad's suddenly going to be a small man. He's not a big puncher at featherweight, so let alone super featherweight. Very strange move by Kid Galahad. I don't understand why he hasn't taken the immediate rematch to redeem himself, restore his pride, but he hasn't. And I can see Warrington, you know, pretty much winning this title, maybe vacating again, because you can't get any big fights out there. Obviously, Zhu Khan's been beaten now. Maybe he fights Lee Wood. Maybe he fights Conlon. The winner of that fight would be a big fight for Warrington. If not, obviously he'll probably move up to super featherweight as well. But then you've got some real killers in that division, haven't you? Like Shakur Stevenson, who I just think will be too much for either Warrington or Galahad. So, and you got Gervonta Davis constantly flicking between light and super featherweight. So it's no joke to have super featherweight. And I can't understand why Galahad's gone. And I think Warrington, after being knocked out, I think will be a little bit more cautious as well. not airing to rush to fight at super featherweight. But it is what it is. It's Leeds Arena. It's in March. I think the home crowd will pull Warrington through. Probably it's going to be a brawl. It's going to be a firefight. Martinez only knows how to fight one way. He'll come forward, aggressive style, but I just think at his age, he was getting clocked by Galahad until the punch from the gods happened. I don't think lightning's going to strike twice. I think it'll be a firefight at times. I think it'll be quite a scrappy at times, but ultimately, I just think in the pocket, Warrington's got faster hands. He's the younger man. I think he throws and sets off a little bit more. He's not just a brawler, and I just think he'll out time, outspeed, and ultimately out hustle Kiko Martinez. I don't think Martinez, with those tough as old boots, can keep up the work rate of Warrington for 12 rounds, and Warrington will have a tighter guard than Galahad had. He won't be leaning back in that Ingle style that Galahad was wide open for. And I think Warrington gets the job done. Unanimous decision. I don't think it's going to be majority like it was 5 years ago. I think a clear winner for Warrington. And then it gets very interesting. For me, I would like to see Warrington, even though he's won the world title, rebuild still. I don't think he needs to rush into any big super fights. I don't think he needs to rush up to super featherweight. Just a few mandatory defences and then go for a Conlon, go for a Leewood, even a Santa Cruz, super fight. But I think Warrington's still a rebounding fighter. Still feel he needs to recover from that knockout. And as for Mauricio Lara, if I was him, I would be knocking these walls down, trying to get my title shot, trying to get my trilogy fight with Warrington. So interesting times ahead for the featherweight division. But for now, it's Josh Warrington's time once again to shine.